Okay, in this video, I'm going to go over the Unit 5, Section 4 and 5 quiz review. So for the first problem, I'm going to compare all the sides before I begin. So I'm going to talk about short to short. So that would be 6 over here, and that would be 9 over here. So 6 over 9, that equals 2/3. And then my middle and my middle, so that would be 8 over 12. So that's also 2/3. Then my longest over my longest, which would be 10 over 15, which is also 2/3. So I know that these are similar by side, side, side. Then I need to figure out what my statement is. So if I go from A to B, so A to B is my shortest side, and I started near the longest. So D and E is my shortest side over there, and I started the longest. So this would be D, E, F. Number 2. First thing we have to do with number 2 is figure out what our third angle is. So we're going to do 180 minus 96 plus 44. So that's going to give us 40. That means that angle right there is 40. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other one. So I'm going to do 180 minus 40 plus 96. And that's going to be 44. So that's my first step, okay? So now I can see that the only thing I have is angles. So we know that those are similar by angle, angle. And let's just look at our angles. What angle is congruent with L? L is 44, so K is 44. M is 96, so L is 96. And obviously the only thing that's left is J. Okay, so number 3 over here. On number 3, we're going to, again, compare short side to short side. So we're going to do 6 over 8. That is 3/4. And we're going to do 9 over 12. That's also 3/4. Okay, so we get the same ratio. And notice here we have vertical angles this time. So that would mean that we would have side, angle, side. Here again, when we talk about this one, we're going to look at what we have. So we started with A and went to B. So we went from the longer side down to the shorter side. So that's what we're going to do with the other one over here. So we're going to go from D to C and then O. So number 4 says, why are the triangles similar, and then find RQ. So with this one, we're going to compare short side to short side, middle side to middle side, long side to long side. So when we talk about short to short, we're talking about MN and RQ. Oh, and by the way, when you do this, you might want to go ahead and start with just writing a similarity statement. So triangle MNP is similar to, we started down there with M and went up this outside and then across the longest side. So on the other one, we're going to do the same thing. So that's going to give us triangle RQP. So MN is over RQ, and we could get that from our statement. And so that's going to be 24 over RQ. Then we're just going to keep working through here, middle side to middle side. So that was shortest to shortest. Then we got middle over middle. So that's going to be MP over RP. So that's going to be 40 over 25. And let's go ahead and reduce that and see what we get. That should be 8 over 5. Both divisible by 5. Our next one is going to be long side to long side. So that's going to be NP over QP. So that's going to be 44 over 27.5. When I do that in my calculator, I still get 8/5. Now also notice that we got an angle here. So this angle is congruent with this angle. So those are the only angles we have. So we know for sure it can't be angle, angle. We don't have all 3 sides yet, so it can't be side, side, side. So the only answer for how these could be congruent is side, angle, side. Then when we're trying to find RQ, we're just going to set a ratio equal to the 24 over RQ. So I'm going to do 24 over RQ is equal to 8 over 5. I'm going to cross multiply. That's 8 RQ is equal to 24 times 5. 24 times 5 is 120, so 8 RQ equals 120. So RQ, equals 15. When we're talking about number 5, it says, why are the triangles similar? Well, I only have one pair of sides here, so I know it can't be side-side and it can't be side-angle-side. But I do also have an angle that's shared up here by both triangles, and that would be angle A. So this is going to be angle-angle. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use the little triangle over the big triangle to solve it. So we're going to do ED over CB. And that should equal AD over AB. We're just going to substitute our values in here. 9 over 15 is equal to 6 over AB. Going to cross multiply. 9AB is equal to 15 times 6. So 9AB is equal to 90. Thus AB is equal to 10. So number 6 has to do with our triangle proportionality theorem. So we are going to go top to bottom here. So I'm going to go EG over DH is equal to GF over HF. All I have to do then is substitute parts in. So I'm going to solve for EG, so let's leave EG up there. So that's over 7.5 is equal to 6 over 5. Again, cross multiply. 5 EG is equal to 7.5 times 6. 5 EG is equal to 45. So EG is equal to 5 into 45 is 9. Number 7, it says verify that the given segments are parallel. So on this one, first thing I'm going to do is do 100 minus 12. That gives me 88 here. And I'm going to do 75 minus 9. That gives me 66. So I'm going to put my 66 here. Then I'm going to compare LG over LP. LG over LP. That would be 12 over 9. That's going to give me 4/3. And then we're going to do QM over PN. That's going to be 88 over 66, which also reduces to be 4/3. So when we do this one, we are going to say that PQ is parallel to NM by the converse of the triangle proportionality theorem. Number 8 says find the length of RV and TV. So on this one, if you recall, we said that because this angle is congruent with this angle, we can set up again proportions. So when we do this, we're going to do RS over RV. So we're going to take this and put it over, we're going to take 40 and put it over 3y. And that should equal ST, again our triangle on the top, over our triangle on the bottom, TV. So now we're just going to substitute our values in. So that's going to be 40 over 3y is equal to 16 over y plus 3. That gives us 16 times 3y equals 40 times y plus 3. That's 48y equals 40y plus 120. Subtract 40 from 48 gives us 8y equals 120. So y is equal to 15. Then we have to plug that 15 back in. So 3 times 15 is 45. So RV is 45. And then 15 plus 3 is 18. So TV is 18. Number 9 says, a rectangle is 125 centimeters wide and 500 centimeters long. A similar triangle could be 120 centimeters long and how wide? So when we talked about these, I'm going to go ahead and set this up exactly the way it's in this problem. So we're going to do wide over long equals wide over long. So when we do that, we get 125 over 500 equals, now on the next one, we don't have the wide, that's what we're going to solve for, but we do have the long. So here again, we're going to cross multiply. So this is going to be 500W is equal to 125 times 120. That's 500W equals 15,000. Going to divide that 15,000. Wait, is that 500? Did I do that right? Yeah, 500 divided into 15,000 would be, I think that's 30, y'all. W equals 30. And that would be centimeters. So on this one, we're going to take the statement here. It says triangle PQR is similar to STU, and the similarity ratio of PQR to STU is 5/8. And then it says if QR is 23 meters, then what is TU? So we're going to go ahead and do triangle PQR over triangle STU. We know that equals 5/8. So that's going to help us set up the rest of the problem because we notice that QR is on top and TU maps to QR. Notice QR, TU. So we're going to be able to set that 23 over TU equal to the 5/8. We're going to cross multiply. That's going to be 5TU is equal to 23 times 8. And so 5TU is equal to 184. Going to divide 5 into 184. So TU is going to be equal to 36.8.